Hi, welcome back to DF Supplies channel. Today we're going to be talking all about chain link fence. Specifically, we're going to break down all the different components that make up a chain link fence. We'll dive into the different fittings, what they're used for, and where they go. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to be the first to see the latest and greatest product overviews and installation videos. Let's start by breaking down the basic anatomy of a chain link fence. Just about every chain link fence that you come across is going to have the same three basic components: posts, fabric, and rails. Wherever the fence line starts, ends, or meets a corner, you're going to have a terminal post. A terminal post is typically set a little higher than the fence line and is larger in diameter compared to the line post since they need to withstand greater tension and stress. A line post is going to be any post that falls between the terminal posts. The purpose of these line posts is to increase stability. Without them, the fabric would be subject to bending, warping, you get the picture. Chain link fabric is the core component of the fence. The fabric is made from metal wire that is woven together in a diamond pattern. It's really strong, but it's also flexible. Rails are a component that provides stability to the fence. A top rail is essential to a chain link fence because it prevents the fabric from sagging. Mid rails and bottom rails are optional, but we'll talk more about those later. Another way people will typically add stability is by using a tension wire. A tension wire is an alternative to a rail, and it is typically installed at the top or bottom of a fence. Let's dive into the different fittings that keep all these components together. Tension bars are necessary to any chain link fence. Without them, the fabric would just fall apart. And then we'd have no fence. On every chain link fence, a tension bar is used next to the terminal post, but you're still gonna need something to attach it with. Tension bands are yet another essential element to a chain link fence. They are used to attach the tension bar to the terminal post, which stretches the chain link fabric and holds it into place. By the way, if you're looking for a great tool to stretch fabric like this, the Bearhold Stretcher tool is a fantastic solution. Check out our tutorial on how to use the tool. It'll be linked in the description. Anyways, tension bands, very necessary, and not to be confused with another essential component, brace bands. Brace bands work very similar to tension bands. However, instead of holding the fabric in the tension bar, it's going to hold on to the horizontal rail and secure it to the terminal post. So as you can see, these two look very similar, but there are some differences. The tension band has longer tabs so that it's able to attach to the tension bar. The brace band has shorter tabs, but it is also oriented to the center of the post so that the horizontal rails are set correctly in the fence line. Both tension bands and brace bands are made into different types: standard, beveled, or heavy. A standard band is something that you'll typically see in residential settings or light commercial applications. A heavy band is more durable and can typically be found at more heavy-duty applications, or for fences that use larger posts for higher security. Beveled bands are used for industrial or higher security applications. The beveled edges make it more difficult for someone to climb the fence or for someone to remove the fitting itself. So obviously these brace bands can't connect directly to the rail itself, but that's where these end caps come in. The cap is placed on the end of the rail, and you see this hole in the tab? This is where the brace is going to attach to the rail end cap, securing it to the terminal post. Most of these rail caps are going to look like this, but some also look like this with this little half moon cut out in it. These little half moon caps are often referred to as combo rail end caps. This is because they allow you to integrate a truss rod into the application. So as I mentioned earlier, line posts are essential for keeping things sturdy, especially for long runs of fence. But where does your rail go when it reaches a line post? These loop caps sit on top of the line post and allow for passage of that top rail, keeping it in place and adding stability. While we're here and talking about line posts, I need to mention another essential piece: fence ties. Fence ties are used to secure the fabric to the rails, the posts, you name it. They essentially prevent the fabric from falling or moving out of place. There's two types of fence ties that you'll typically see: long fence ties and easy twist fence ties. The easy twist ties are highly recommended to be used with the Easy Twist Tie tool. This tool allows you to twist the tie in seconds with the use of a power drill. Similar to fence ties, hog rings are used to secure the tension wire to the fabric, except they're smaller and a bit more lightweight. And to close out the basics, we have post caps. You'll typically see these post caps in a dome or an acorn shape, but all they do is they sit on top of the terminal post and prevent rain and debris from getting inside. Plus, it makes it look a bit nicer. So we've gone over the basics, but let's talk about some of the things you don't typically see every day on a chain link fence. So every fence is different based on different needs. Some are really short, some are really tall. Fences that are on the taller side are definitely gonna need some additional stability. And this is where adding a mid rail or a bottom rail comes in. Using additional rails is going to require something known as rail clamps. Rail clamps are used to secure the mid-rail and the bottom rail to the line post because these rails can't go directly through the line posts. There are 3 different rail clamps for different purposes: line clamps, end clamps, and corner clamps. As you probably could have guessed, an end clamp is used where the post ends, a line clamp is used on a line post, and a corner clamp is used on a corner post. Okay, I think we've talked enough about chain link fence for one day. There's a lot that goes into it, and we didn't even scratch the surface about gate hardware. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to be notified when we post new content, because we are definitely going to be diving into gate hardware somewhere down the line. If you saw fitting in this video and thought to yourself, hey, I actually need that, take a look at the description of this video. We're going to link every single product that was shown. We'll see you next time.